And is there a time that you would have to activate Vita Vea if he was going to play?
Yeah, Antonio will be out for this week. Vita, we have to do it sometime between today and tomorrow if we do it.
All right, we'll go to Greg Allman.
Hey, Bruce, you've talked about the offensive balance that you've wanted to have, and it seems like this Green Bay defense almost prioritizes stopping the pass, a lot of dime, which opens up your run game. I just want to ask you how much your running game is clicking as well as you'd like it to be right now.
Yes, as good as it's been all season. I mean, our blocking units, our tight ends, receivers, everybody's doing a really, really good job of getting on their people, getting hats on hats, and the backs are hitting the holes extremely well. So, yeah, I don't foresee a lot of dime versus some of our formations. But if they want to load up the box, obviously, then we're playing one-on-one outside.
Thanks, Bruce.
You bet.
We'll go to Scott Reynolds.
Bruce, you knew that Antoine Winfield Jr. was a playmaker. That's why you drafted him. When you look back at his season so far, has there anything that surprised you about the kid, whether it be a good surprise or a bad surprise?
Oh, not really. I mean, he was as easy a choice as there was with his bloodlines and the way he plays. His tape was unbelievable. Of his football intelligence and such a great kid. So really nothing there to surprise me that he's had this much success.
We'll go to Joey Knight.
Coach, did Antonio have any kind of setback, or did y'all just determine he wasn't progressing well enough?
Yeah, I just talked to him this morning, and to put him on the plane and fly up there and have a swell more doesn't make any sense. He wasn't as close as we had hoped, so we'll get him ready for the next one.
We'll go to Nate Davis.
Coach, I just wanted to ask, it seems like you guys have navigated the pandemic about as well as anyone this year. Just have there been any protocols or any mechanisms put in place this season that you would like to see carried over kind of once we hopefully have the virus under control?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of rules under this. I mean, the 16-man practice squad, the veterans on the practice squad, coming off the 21 disabled list, that type of thing. The rules that we made, I'd love for them to stay. The protocols, I thought the league did a really, really good job. Our players made a commitment to each other back in August. We've had very few cases, knock on wood. And, so, yeah, I think even though it's rampant in our city, our guys have stayed away pretty good.
We'll go over to Ben Volen.
Hey, Bruce, you have a roster that I don't think has too much experience reaching this level of the playoffs. Obviously, you and the coaching staff do, but how important is it for your team to have a guy like Tom Brady who's had so much playoff experience and championship game experience?
Yeah, I mean, having Tom and Gronk and Shady and Leonard, other guys on offense, but then JPP defensively. So, yeah, I mean, it helps that those guys, they can talk to the guys in the locker room about, preparation, and it's really the same game. You just have to be totally prepared so that you can go out and just do your job.
We'll go to Sarah Walsh.
Hey, Bruce, when you signed AB, you talked about insurance policy, and this team has obviously done a really good job of filling in, whether it was Vita out and AB out or Mike out. Can you just talk about the confidence this team has when you lose a guy that is as talented as AB, and this team's ability all year to fill in the blanks and get it done regardless?
Yeah, I think if you just look to last week when Scotty and Tyler got in there and made those huge plays in the fourth quarter, the amount of trust that the coaches and Tom have in those guys, just because they've earned it, their performance has earned it. So, yeah, Antonio will be missed, but we've got capable people stepping in.
Go to Jenna Lane.
Hey, Coach, just wondering what you saw from Vita Vea this week and how much maybe you anticipate him being able to do coming off, a pretty miraculous recovery.
Yeah, I mean, he's looked real good. I mean, he's been running around for almost 3 weeks and, had had a real good practice yesterday and a good one today. So we haven't made that determination yet, but we'll see if we want to activate him or not. But there is a chance.
Our last one's going to come from Tom Rock.
Bruce, I know you're a connoisseur of quarterback plays. I'm wondering if there's any part of you that wishes you could sort of sit back and watch this matchup this weekend rather than be in the midst of it.
I'd much rather be in the midst of it, watching it from the sideline than television. That's for sure. So I can still get a bird's eye view of two great players out there.